Okay, so rational numbers are any number that can be written as a fraction. So these include, so any number that can be written as a fraction, these can include terminating decimals, and terminating decimals are decimals that end. So they can include terminating decimals or repeating decimals. As well as integers. So a terminating decimal is a decimal like 0.75. So 0.75 is a terminating decimal. And this can be written as a fraction because this is 3/4. A repeating decimal is a decimal like, let's say that kept on repeating like this, okay? It just keeps on repeating two numbers at a time. These are repeating decimals, and these are both considered rational numbers because they can both be written as a fraction. Okay, so integers are also considered rational numbers, and integers include your whole numbers, 0, as well as all the negatives, and these can also be turned into fractions. Give us 1/1, 0/1, or -1/1. Okay. So these are rational numbers. Another thing we're doing this week are adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers. So we know our positive numbers are numbers that don't have a negative sign. Okay. These are positive numbers. Our negative numbers are the opposite. They all have negative signs. So we all know that a positive plus a positive equals a positive. For example, 5 plus 5 is going to equal 10. Okay? A positive plus a negative is going to equal either a positive or a negative, depending on the highest sign. And I'm gonna kind of go through this, what I mean. So let's say I did 5 plus -3. So 5 plus -3 goes backwards because we have a negative here. So it's 5 minus 3. And I'm gonna put higher, positive or negative. So 5 plus -3 is gonna equal 2. However, if we had 5 plus -6, because our highest number is a negative, then this is going to be -1. And it's easier shown on a number line, so I'm going to do this on a number line, what I just showed you guys. So -5, -4, 3, 2, -1, 0, 1. I have to extend this number line. 2, 3, 4, 5. So whenever you have a negative, you must go backwards because negative takes us back, not forward. So if I start at 5, I have to hop back 3. So 1, 2, 3. Notice it landed on a positive 2. If I had 5 plus -6, I have to go back some more. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So notice it landed on that -1. Now, just like a positive plus a positive equals a positive, a negative plus a negative equals a negative. Okay. For example, if I did -5 plus -3, that will give me -8. And if I was to do a number line, this is how it would look. I'm going to go ahead and put 9, -8, 7, 6, 4, -3, -2, -1, -0, well, not -0, just 0. Okay, so let's see. We started at -5, and remember with every negative, we go backwards, not forward when we're on a number line. So we go backwards 3. 1, 2, 3. Notice I landed on -8. Okay, so here are some notes. If you missed it, you can always pause the video if you get stuck on anything. So I am going to go into absolute value. So absolute value makes everything positive. Whenever something is in absolute value, it is in this bracket. Okay, so if I have a 5 plus 3, absolute value makes that a positive 5. So positive 5 plus 3 equals 8. Let's see, I have this a negative plus 3. Again, the bracket is like a superpower to change everything negative to a positive and keep everything positive. So again, this changes that -3 to a +3. We add regular 3 and we have 6. So these are our focus for this week. Again, we're focusing on absolute value, rational numbers. Again, rational numbers, any number that can be written as a fraction, and those include terminating decimals, repeating decimals, as you guys see here, as well as integers, and these are integers. So I'll go ahead and write that as integers for those who are taking notes. Again, these are our positive numbers. These are our negative numbers. A positive plus a positive is always going to equal a positive. A positive plus a negative is going to equal the higher positive or negative, and I demonstrated that right here. So our highest number when we were adding was 5, so that's why we remain positive over here. Our highest number here was -6, so we went to negative. I also showed you guys how to do this on a number line. Right here as well, negative plus a negative equals a negative. And absolute value, those brackets always make everything positive. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.